Hello, and welcome to the Nexus. I'll be your host, Kin. Now, let's get back to the video. And what you came here for was basically a idea on whether 115 is real. Now, what I mean by element 115, I'm talking about the element 115 from Call of Duty Zombies. A lot of people don't know if that actual element actually exists in that sort of way. So, I'm here to explain to you about that theory. Now, there is an element called element 115. Now, all the details I do not have, but I do have some information according to that. Element 115 has nothing to do with resurrecting the dead or anything like that, so if you're talking about Call of Duty Zombies, then it's not in the same order. Now, in Call of Duty Zombies, they probably had their own element and they nicknamed it 115, or Project 115, and they nicknamed it the element 115. So, it's probably not the same element as the element we know of. Now, that doesn't mean that there wasn't a meteorite that crashed in a certain area known as Tunguska. That doesn't mean that's not true, but we'll get into that in a different video. So the element 115 in Call of Duty Zombies is meant to bring power to something. Sort of like electricity, just a different source of power. Not entirely like electricity, but has the same attributes. It makes something come back to life, or it gives it more power. For example, the ray gun. It's a very powerful weapon, though before Maxis or Rectoff, I forgot who built it. Before they built it, it was not even considered a weapon. It was a failed project. Until they found element 115, so-called, and they put into the weapon, and it turned out to be a very, very powerful weapon. They made these weapons so that way the so-called zombies could hold them and use them during warfare for World War I or World War II. So that explains why the ray gun was made and why it's in every map. That explains a lot about that. So, it's not that it's all the same ray gun, it's just multiple different kinds of ray guns. Just, they're all the same. And they're all made separately. So, they knew it would work. I might have said earlier that was a failed project. I'm sorry, I was wrong about that. It's a successful project that was filled with a certain element known as 115, so it succeeded very well. Now, the whole element 115, it can also bring back the dead by using a boost, I guess you could say. They can be controlled by a so-called master, I guess. And this master spectator would be a good word for it, phantom or something like that. And this phantom or specter would be known as either Samantha, Edward, Rectolfen, or Maxis. Depends if you did the Maxis side of the Easter egg and buried. And that sort of stops there. Then when we get to Origins, it goes back in time, talks about the stories on how the main characters met. So, we're not sure if Maxis is now the spectator, the phantom of all the zombies, or if Rectolfen is. Sorry about that. I got a little weird update thing. But that's beside the point. So, yeah. That's what basically the element 115 does in Call of Duty Zombies. I hope it's clarified a lot for you. But in real life, it has nothing to do with power. It's not much really good for what it is in zombies. So, 115 in real life and 115 in zombies are two separate things. Don't forget that. Now, I looked up videos on whether the element 115 was real, videos on YouTube, and no one has ever posted a video about that. So, I think I might be the first. Unless there's someone out there who has made a video before me and I did not find it. So, this video is to clarify that and also the purposes of 115. I'm going to end the video now. I hope you enjoyed your stay at the Nexus. I will see you in your next visit. Goodbye.